Yo, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to my video. If you haven't did so yet, please subscribe to the channel. Also, too, hit the notification button so you know when I put up another video. As well, guys, check out my website, man. I got tons of information on my website. I got half the things on my website. I don't ask for donations. I ask for little small donations for some stuff, but half the stuff on my website is free. And a lot of that stuff could be helpful to you. You know, if you're new to this type of information, um, I suggest you go over to my website, click the link in this profile on my channel, and check out what I have that you can download for 100% free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, some stuff I do ask for donation, a little small donation, but it is what it is, man. But today we're going to be talking about the power of conditional acceptance. Now, everything in this system is negotiable. You know what I'm saying? Everything is negotiable. When you're dealing with like hospital bills, uh, medical bills, those are definitely negotiable. Traffic tickets, negotiable. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff, man. Because you are the boss. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are the one who runs the show. Like, people don't understand. Like, these people who send you these things in the mail, you have to agree to these things. And if you don't respond, then they can move forward with their process or whatever they're trying to do to you, whether it's the IRS or it's some credit card company trying to sue you. If you don't respond and send these presentments back, then you're gonna have a very big problem. You know, I've gotten rid of a lot of small little issues just by responding and sending these things back, certified mail or registered mail or however you want to do it. It's just that simple. You have to respond to everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't respond, then they can move forward and garnish your wages. They can move forward and go into your bank account, take money out, and sue you. And you have to respond, man. And it's been a couple of things, not only for me but for my wife as well, that I handled just by sending them back. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about a little situation I have with a medical bill that I received from the hospital for over $3,000. You know what I'm saying? And I'm handling it right now by just using a conditional acceptance. And when you use conditional acceptance, it is a process. It's going to take more than one letter, you know what I'm saying, to resolve the issue, and it might even take you suing them. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared. You know, a lot of people think that they can just send one letter and then it's going to be cool. But I'm going to talk about the issue I'm going to, but I'm going to give you guys a backstory on what happened and why I ended up getting a hospital bill. You know what I'm saying? So uh, I've been dealing with hypertension, you know, high blood pressure for the past year, and this past June, I ended up going to the ER and ER because you know I don't have no health insurance or nothing like that. So I ended up going to the ER and they ran some tests and uh, gave me some medication and like a couple weeks later, or 3 weeks later, I ended up getting a bill for 3,200 and let's see, what does it say here? Where's that amount? $3,273.94. So I send them a conditional acceptance. You know what I'm saying, with the first bill, and I always send it back with the bill back to them because you don't keep property is not yours. That is not you. That all caps is not you. Um, it's just representative. It's what they people call straw man or whatever you want to call it. It's not you. You know what I'm saying? When you get things in your all caps name with the all caps address, that's not you. You know what I'm saying? That's not your address. You're not a resident. You know what I'm saying? But what I did was I sent them a this letter right here, this is the first letter I sent. Notice of understanding and conditional acceptance and request for a proper bill and lawful contract for full record of accounting and fee schedule. And this is what I sent them the first time, the first go around, right? Sent this, and I mean, you can read it for yourself if you want. I'll scroll down. So this is the things I asked for. I asked for full disclosure, due consideration, lawful terms and conditions, and the wet ink signature of all concerned parties, and then so on and so forth. So, right, since it's the first time, right? So they sent me another bill, and if you guys are not utilizing ChatGPT when you're dealing with like legal situations, you're really doing yourself a disservice, because ChatGPT is really good when dealing with legal issues, court, anything. Now, this is not legal advice. Anything in this video is not legal advice. I'm not an attorney. You know what I'm saying? This is just me sharing information. Again, everything in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So I sent them a final notice failure to respond conditional acceptance, right? So make a long story short, then I sent them another one along with the bill they sent me. I sent them a notice of violation, continued billing without validation, and to cease and desist letter, right? So they end up sending me, hold up. So what they did was they sent me, the hospital sent me a copy of the bill, copy of everything they alleged that I was charged for, you know, for the service and emergency room. Like they got an emergency room $1,000, CT scan and head scan $1,245, lab $90, like this ridiculous, all this ridiculous stuff, right? EKG, like when somebody, like, this is the thing. Somebody can't send you something in the mail, some type of bill or whatever, and not give you a breakdown, or not tell you how you owe this, and if you didn't consent to it. Like, I didn't consent to any of this stuff, but you sending me some stuff in the mail talking about I owe you something, and I don't owe you anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you haven't, where's the agreement where I agree to pay any of this? You got a wet ink signature saying that I agree to any of this? No, you don't. So nobody can send you something talking about you owe them this, that, and the third. You owe me this, that, and the third. So now the original bill was $3,273.94, but they adjusted it. Now they're just saying that the amount due is $327.93. They adjusted it, right? They adjusted it. So now they're just saying I owe $327. So how do you go from $3,273.94 to me just owing $3,327.93? How do you go from that to this? Because it's all BS, man. They just making up some numbers and think, and the thing is they're hoping and praying that you do not respond. That is the thing. They're hoping and praying you do not respond to any of this, so they can go in and try to mess up your credit report and this, that, and the third. You know, you got to respond. The importance of responding is very, very critical, guys. Like I said, I have got rid of a lot of things just by responding. It was another thing that I let's see if I can find it. Let's see here. I completely forgot about. somewhere. Let's see. I came across it the other day. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that. See if I can find it real quick. I'm really not that organized like it should be. Let's see. Is this it? Let's see. That's not it. Well, I don't think I'm gonna come across it. I should have put it to the side when I came across it the other day. It was something my wife had, and they were talking about a warrant and all that stuff. But let's see, this is let's see, this might be. No, like I said, I should have put it to the side when I came across it. That's my fault. So I did want to talk about it. Let's see what it went perfect. Is this it? Sorry guys, give me a second. This might be it. I don't know. I be putting stuff everywhere and not. I really need to start labeling this stuff, but it looks like I can't find it. But yeah, that's what happened. I can't find it. Maybe it's in here. I don't know, but the whole story of the thing is you have to respond, guys. You cannot just ignore these things. This is why they're able to pursue you, sue you, levy, put liens on your house, and it's because you're not responding to these notices. You have to respond to these notices that you get in the mail. You have to respond. Even if it's something simple as if you get a notice or something, and you can write back and say, I don't understand. I don't understand this. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand. You have to respond. That's the thing. And a lot of people make the mistake of not responding. You know what I'm saying? I have got rid of a lot of stuff just by responding. You know what I'm saying? That is very, very important. Sorry for taking so long on that, man, but I thought I could find that paper the other day, man, that my wife, and I completely forgot. Like, I do so much mailing that I completely forgot about that, what she got in the mail. They were talking about garnishing her account and all this stuff. None of that stuff happened because why? Because I responded. Just that simple. The system works on assumption. They assume that you're a U.S. citizen. They assume that you're not going to respond. They bank on you not responding to any of this stuff. They want you not to respond so they can move forward their process. It's just that simple. But the power of conditional acceptance. Conditional acceptance is a powerful legal tool that allows individuals to assert their, and maintain control over their financial and legal situations. By accepting an offer with certain conditions, one can shift the burden of proof onto the other party, ensuring that they must prove their claim. This approach can be used in various situations, such as responding to bills, summons, or other legal demands, and can help protect one's rights and maintain one's position in a legal matter. That is the power of conditional acceptance. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. So, what I do when I get, like I tell this story before, I got a presentment from the IRS years ago claiming that I owed $273. Now, mind you, I wasn't even a national at this point. I was really starting to get into, reading and researching, the national stuff and conditional acceptance and all that stuff. Like it was so funny, man. I bought this book from this guy online on YouTube actually. His name was Kevin Patrick. He had a YouTube, he still got the YouTube channel, but he doesn't put anything on his channel anymore. But he's got it. Check out his channel, man. He's got some good information on his channel about contracts and stuff. He really breaks it down. And it's called the UCC Connection. Free yourself from legal tyranny. And if you want that, you can get that on my website, PDF form, for free. So we're gonna go to that right now. And you can get this PDF for free if you just go on my website. I believe I have it on my website for free. But this is a book that will really, if you're new to this information, will really get you to understand what's going on. So I got a presentment from the IRS, and what I did was I had just finished reading this book, man. I had got it 2 days before I got this presentment. 2 days. So it says, check it out. If the IRS sends you a notice of deficiency, this is called a presentment. All this stuff are presentments. All this stuff. Now, mind you, this book is mad old. So this is like 1996. I believe this book was made in 1996. In the Uniform Commercial Code, a presentment in the UCC is very similar to the common law. First, we must understand just how this works in the common law. Suppose I get a man's name from a phone book and someone I have never met, and I send him a bill or an invoice on nice letterhead which says for service rendered $10,000. I send this by certified mail to him at the address taken from the phone book. The man has to sign for it before he can open it. So I get a receipt that he received it. When he opens it, he finds an invoice for $10,000 and the following statement: if you have any questions concerning this bill or the service rendered, you have 30 days to make your questions or objections known. See how you have to respond? They're giving you 30 days. So, where did I leave off? Of course, he has never heard of me, so he just throws the bill away and assumes that I'm confused or crazy. At the end of 30 days, I go to court and I get a default judgment against him. He received a bill for $10,000, was given 30 days to respond. He failed to object to it. You gotta object to these things. You know what I'm saying? All these things are offers, presentments. These are a form of contracting. You know what I'm saying? So now let's move on. Now he has default on the bill, and I can lawfully collect that $10,000. That's common law. The UCC works on the same principle. The minute you get a notice of deficiency from the IRS, you return it immediately with a letter that says, yeah, you can write it on a letter or you can write it on the instrument. I write it on the instrument. I write it on the presentment. You know what I'm saying? This presentment, I say this. I don't say the presentment. Above is dishonored. I say this presentment is dishonored. Write your name, has reserved all, if you're a woman, her, or if you're a man, his rights under the Uniform Commercial Code at UCC 1 dash, it's not 207 anymore, it's 1-308. And you write that on presentment and you send it back to them. I did this. Now, mind you, I had just finished reading this book. 2 days later, I get a presentment from the IRS. I said, all right, bet. I get to try this out and see if it works. I haven't heard from him since. That alleged 200 and I think it was like $73 he said I owed just disappeared. Why? Because it's all BS. You don't owe nobody nothing. Now, unless you agree to it. Now, if you agree to it, then yeah, you owe them. You know what I'm saying? If you agree to it, you owe them. Yeah. But they just popping stuff out of the blue like, yo, you owe us da-da-da. Now, I just want to say this. This is not legal advice. This is not financial advice. None of that. I'm just sharing information with you. But if you have a contract with the IRS, if you're still under the U.S. citizen and you have a contract and you didn't properly protect your signature, and then you do owe the IRS. You know what I'm saying? This might not work for you. You know what I mean? This might not work for you. But if you don't have a contract with them and you send it back, this probably will work for you. You know what I'm saying? I've used this on not just with the IRS. I've used this on a lot of stuff, and it works every time. It's just that simple. You gotta kill the presumption. You know what I'm saying? Silence is acquiescence. Remember that. Silence is acquiescence. You got to respond to all this stuff out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to respond. So back to this, man. So now I'm at the process of trying to get rid of this bill. So I forgot where I left off, but anyway. So I sent them a final. I sent them a notice of insufficient validation and continued dispute and demand for complete accounting. Right? Because they sent me a copy of, I don't know if I expressed this to you guys, but they sent me a copy of everything I'm allegedly owe. You know, CT scan head $1,245, emergency room $1,000, drugs $83.17, EGK, all this stuff. Right? They talking about I owe $3,273.94. Right? But they sent me a copy of a printout, 2-page printout. But now they're saying adjustment of $2,946.55 that they adjusted, and now I only owe $327.39. So it went from $3,273.94 to $327.39. So that as you can see, guys, it's all BS, man. I don't know, you know, the hospital industry, they like trying to rip off people. They be sending people these bills and getting these outlandish, ridiculous numbers from out the sky, just making up shit, and you have to respond back to them. It's just that simple. But again, this video was about the power of conditional acceptance. Try it. You know what I'm saying? Just try it. Use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT to, you know, to help me out with a lot of legal situations. I use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is free. But that's what happened, guys. My bill went from $3,273 to now they talking about I owe $327. But as you can see, it's all nonsense and BS. You don't owe nobody anything. Now, again, if you don't respond to these presentments, then you can be putting yourself in a lot of legal issues, trouble with the IRS, all that type of stuff. You know, anybody send you something you don't agree with, you just write that across it. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with this. I do not consent to this. Where is your proof that I owe this? But yo, that's my take in this video, guys. I'm out. Peace.